Meant to stay still when that's on.
We can start it again, Baz. We can restart it and do it again.
No, too much hassle.
Okay. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Thursday night live stream with the host, Dark Liking 81 to the left or right. I still ain't worked it out. I one day I might. And me, daveworldtoys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to do something a tiny bit different tonight. Because technically, me and Baz are on this week and the next 4 days. We're doing like a football schedule. We are doing 3 live streams over the next 4 days, is it, or 3 days?
4 days, is it not? This is
I don't know.
Friday,
Saturday, Sunday.
I've looked at time and day, and half the time I don't know where I am.
So technically, you'll be seeing us 3 times on 3 different channels over the next 76 hours or so, I think, till Sunday night. That gives...
You're on Stu's on Sunday afternoon, and then I'm on yours on the Sunday night.
So double header with Baz on Sunday stream, which is Stu Universal Toy Collector. He's doing his 24-hour live stream straight out to Mr. Stu. Don't forget to go and like, comment, and subscribe. He is doing a 24-hour live chat where there's everything and anything going on for the full 24 hours. There's collectors all around the world. You can learn about toys. He's helping a good charity cause. That's Stu at Universal Toy Collector. Please go and help him out the weekend. Starts at Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. UK time. So, Baz.
You watch on the Saturday and the Sunday.
I know. So, technically, Baz, the dying question that everyone wants to know right now in the chat, hopefully, have you got a white outside?
It's getting there.
Ooh. Because ours is white.
Because it was meant to be snowing all day today, but nothing. When I woke up this morning, there was nothing, and it started snowing on and off about 4:30.
Yep.
So it's on and then it's off. So it's like at the minute we're just getting like the drifts.
You jammy bugger. Jamzo.
I don't want the snow. Snow affects toy hunting, man. Can I get in the car?
Use your legs. You're a Scottish man. You can work.
It's all right, man. I've got B&M's. It's up there. That's 10 minutes up the road for me. I've got the charity shop. It's like 10 minutes down the road for me. So
you got roller skates. You can roller skate all the way down the hill or up the hill, or you can get your sledge out, Baz.
No, I'll just take the dogs. Mush.
Shredder. Well, I am sporting a X-Men retro T-shirt tonight, just to let you guys know. So there you go. That's a part of the theme tonight. We're going to go to something completely different for 3 subjects. So there you go. Go on in, Baz. Is anyone in the chat? Hey, saying hello, or are we just here by ourselves talking to the world beyond space?
No, at the moment we don't have anybody in, unfortunately. What have I done? I've done something. There we go. It's just us at the moment, so we'll just talk until anybody
Woohoo! What you talk? Go ahead. The next 5 minutes is all Baz talking. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the first Dark Liking 81 is about to talk.
I did post on Instagram that I got a bag of figures for £6. I did say that I would open the bag up and we'll see exactly what we got. See if there was anything worth the £6 that I spent. I don't usually spend this much on a bag of figures. As you know me, I usually go for the bargains. If anybody knows me, I usually go for the bargains. I usually go for the cheaper stuff. But the reason I got this bag, because there was one figure in here that kind of intrigued me, and I wanted to add them to the collection. And he is from the X-Men, and I just cannot remember what his bloody name is. So we got this. This was the reason I bought the bag.
Toy Biz, is it?
Yeah. I know he's from the X-Men. I can't remember what his name is.
I would know, but my book's over there, Baz, and there you go. Just to let you guys, if you are joining us right now, we are seeing Baz Dark Liking open his £6 bag of toys. All you're seeing is an X-Men and a face on the screen.
And we got the Doctor Who. Is it the Hybrid Dalek?
Yep.
That's a nice little addition to the Doctor Who stuff.
That makes it £3 a figure.
Then we got Spin Master. I know this is for Spin Master because it's from the Batman line.
Ooh.
Even comes with his backpack.
Nice. That makes it £2 a figure.
And then your favourite is another Raph.
2012 Nickelodeon. Makes it £1.50 a figure.
This was the other reason I got it, because I noticed this guy was in it. And I don't see these figures very often. But it's Pirates of the Dark Water.
£1.30 now a figure. Ish.
So that's the second one that I found in the last. It's took me nearly 5 years to find a second one. Burger King toy.
£1. Iron, which makes it 6 figures for £6.
Oh, that's another Burger King.
Baz is going on an Iron Man Burger King hunt later.
And another Burger King toy.
That fits in your collection.
I didn't have to look at the bottom of that because I know it was Burger King that done the 2000X.
It's only 23 years old, Baz. You're showing your age, don't worry.
And everybody's favourite villain, Shredder.
Well, Baz, just to let you know, the last one of our friends sold you that figure, exact the same one. It doesn't helmet, doesn't remove. He got $12.99 for Baz online with $4.99 postage.
I don't think I've actually got that Shredder.
Is he the helmet? You can move the helmet or not?
No, it's the helmet's attached to this one.
So it's the 2002/2003 Mirage Studios Turtle line. Nice one.
I know. I'm sure I've got something similar to that, but I don't think it's that Shredder. Well, I might give this one to the wee boy. It's one of the easy Transformers.
You should send it to Shabby.
Hey, that's the. I can't remember what his name is, but he's the. One of the rescue bots.
I ain't got a clue. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Very static from a Power Ranger.
What series? Come on.
This is the one that nobody likes.
Come on, that's Turbo then, Baz. Come on.
No, that's Turbo's actually no bad.
Come on, what's the series?
That one is Super Mega Force.
Ooh, the crowd goes wild.
And Wild Machine and
Spidey, something.
don't know if that's the Scarlet Spider-Man or not. But it's the non-posable ones, Dave. It's only the arms that move.
Yeah.
I might give him to the nephew.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Oh, and a weird looking Green Lantern.
Baz, you looked in the mirror too recently.
That's another one to add to the collection. What is that? Oh, a Baby Thanos.
Woohoo!
Random missile.
Woohoo! Batman Beyond Green Lantern or something.
I don't know if it is. Is that no Aquaman?
I don't know.
There was a few figures in here that kind of intrigued me to buy it, so that's why I kind of spent the £6. And then we got, I don't have his little doggy phone, but there's
Duck Dastardly from Scoob, the movie. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Little bonus piece, Mask.
Mask. I can't remember the mask songs, Baz.
And then a weird looking flying horse. So if anybody's in the comment, let me know if that was worth £6.
So Baz, but while you're still on the big screen, your best item from the bag and the one you could have left behind.
I would have to say the only reason I bought the bag was for this guy.
Yo.
And probably the worst ones would probably be those non-posable superheroes. Even though they do look no bad, I mean, it's not a thing I would really pick up unless you get them in like a bundle or something.
Yeah.
I know my nephew loves these, so
Baz, my best after that lot, my best one was the horse at the end. He's so cute. I need to say, I'm sorry, mate. That is the best find in the bag. The worst buy was probably the 2 Batman Beyond figures because they're complete. So there you go. That. So
I mean, that's. I used to pick these up all the time, Dave. And this is the first one I've come across in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's his actual. That's meant to be for.
He looks like it's the same colour and that sort of stuff. So.
But no, it's all right for coming £6.
No, it's a very good buy, Baz. Congratulations, sir.
Couple of decent. You know what I'm saying? You didn't. Probably, if I was to probably sell, I probably got a couple of £1 for him at least, anyway.
Well, technically, like I said, Baz, the shredder you showed off, our friends sold at $12.99 plus $3.99 postage.
No,
a couple of weeks ago.
I'll just show off the stuff that I got at the weekend as well.
Go for it. Congratulations.
So I found this
Doomsday
as well. And Mr. Poppyhead.
Poppyhead then. I haven't got it next to me. I also would.
I got this for the nephew. He doesn't ken yet.
Baz has got a new mascot. I don't care.
Mechanic. He is missing something off his head. But, as I say, I don't see many of the 2008s gone about nowadays. Got a Catwoman.
Ow!
And then we used talking about turtles last week. I found one of the classic. I think this is one of the movie ones.
Yeah, it is.
Also picked up. I thought it was for Doctor Who, but it's not. It's for that other
Primeval.
Primeval. And Frogman.
Frogman.
Oh, I found a little cute dragon, like what you did. And what I've not seen for a while about sale.
What, never seen a bass ever? Sorry.
Got more Ben 10 to add to the box.
Ben Slim.
Also found a couple of fidgety things. So I've got Bumblebee and Optimus.
They came out of B&M quite a long time ago, Baz.
I know, I seen them. I never bothered buying them. Got an Action Force sled.
Sled. Clone Trooper. Orange. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Little baggy dinosaurs.
baggy dinosaurs.
One random. I can't remember what this. I know it's a game. I can't remember what. Is it Among Us? There's one of these in here. I thought that was quite cool.
Baz look famous on the screen then.
Yep.
Thanks.
No finished yet.
Go on, carry on. All you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, is Baz's last week's toy haul from the week previously.
And then I also found that guy as well. That kind of showed them off on Sunday night. But then had the little trip to game. Found her.
$7.99, not bad.
B&M's have got these in. I says to myself, I would never buy any more, but I couldn't resist.
How much are they in B&M, Baz?
Tenner.
I know Entertainer have like 750 10s and 15s.
Well, that one in game goes for $26.99.
Harley Quinn vibes.
Sorry?
Looks like Harley Quinn in a good mood.
Oh, didn't I might buy another one and customize it. B&M's have also got these back in again. So I've managed to find Rodimus. Hot Rod, sorry.
He's Hot Rod. Don't forget, he's Hot Rod.
I ended up finding this guy as well.
Hot Rod. Sweet. That was B&M, wasn't it, Baz?
Yeah. B&M's have to be honest with you, B&M's is getting a shitload of stuff in the new man.
I don't know, Baz. You might get sponsored by B&M one day. Ah! You could have given me warning, you know.
Now B&M's is getting a lot of good stuff in recently.
Yeah.
So I seen those Fortnite figures and it was like there was no price on them, so I just happened to ask how much they win. It says $9.99. It was like, man, I noticed my big Asda's is selling them and they're wanting 27 quid for them. They want 26.99 for them. And I've noticed games have got some in their sales, but the ruggy's like 20 or 24.99 or 25.99.
Yeah.
It's like we've always kind of hanged. It's weird that you go out and buy something and then 6 months later you either go to Home Bargains or B&M's and it's like they're selling them for pennies.
Well, technically, Baz, at the moment with B&M, Home Bargains, Game, Entertainer, all getting stuff in really cheap. The big four now. It's like, do you actually do full prices? But yeah, Baz, talking about that turtle figure, the movie figure. Mm-hmm. Just to let you know, if you haven't seen yet, on Smith's website, they've got the 4 brand new Playmates versions of the figures in, which is Undercover Mike, Undercover Leonardo, Shredder in the same size that never got released before, but now released. And you've also got a Triceraton, all done by Playmates. So there you go.
Random. I thought that his name was Random. I just had I was thinking it was something else, but Random did come to mind.
Well, hello, Random.
Anyway.
Scoob!
See, that was kind of Scuba's fault, because Scuba was telling, do you go to the charity shops on the way home from work? And I just showed you that popping into leaving work early yesterday and popping into the charity shop on the way home.
Yeah.
Was just a random. I wasn't expecting to find anything, and that was just lying on the shelf. Not bad.
But yes, the turtle figures, Baz, are $24.99 in Smiths, and they are the deluxe turtle figures, like you just showed off, but the movie style. But it's the bog standard.
Is that the new NECA ones or the McFarlane ones?
No, Playmates.
Playmates.
Playmate. You know, like you've got the Ultimate Playmates, Ultimate Turtle movie, but then last week, the week before, you showed off another Ultimate Turtle figure, which is like 7 inches by Playmates.
Ah, because I've got the Rocksteady and the Bebop as well, plus the 4 turtles that got released. I didn't realise they released that as well. Yeah,
that's the Wave 1. Wave 2 was the movie figures. Wave 3 they never get round to, but they released images. But now they've done Undercover Mike, Undercover Don with his trench coat and the hat.
I did. Totally my fault.
Then you've got Shredder in the same scale, which is slightly taller, and also a Triceraton in like Playmates Ultimates line. And I've also got like the 4 turtles, storage shell turtles in. So just in case you was in the turtle blip. So there you go. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's the thing is that I've never actually bought a brand new turtle figure for ages.
You got the loyalist objects.
But that was the first time I bought turtle figures in ages. Usually when I'm buying turtle figures, I'm usually just picking them up at the boot sale.
Yes. Well, technically, Baz, I did see that is it the XL Krang in his big suit?
Yeah.
And I did see Krang in his walker. Not in the shops, just I was looking for a few videos because a couple of companies showed off a couple of items over the weekend. And I'm like, okay, my money's gone for the rest of the year, but there you go. But, you know.
Well, I mean, the Krang figure does look, the one with the Android body looks good.
Yeah.
Basically, it splits in 2 so you can put the Krang inside. And then I think you pop off his tentacles and they go into like there's little slots on. I think there's slots or something on the actual Android that they pop into. So you can actually still take the Krang out and have him on his on, and then you've also got him with a walker as well.
Yeah, they've done it sneakily. They've done it separately. The walker's separately, and then the other one. I did look at them, and I'm like, I'm not going down that rabbit hole because if they're going out the rest of them, it's like, no. I'm going to stick with Playmate, and that's it.
I don't even know if they've done an April O'Neil in that line. And I don't know if they've done a Splinter yet. I haven't seen the Splinter or the April, but I know they've done a Casey, they've done the 4 Turtles, and they've done Bebop and Rocksteady, Shredder, Foot Soldier.
Yeah.
But if you go into the Loyal Subjects website, then it's not just that line they've got. I mean, they've got Avatar, they've got Harry Potter, they're in some of the animes as well.
Perfect. So then, Baz, while we're on that subject, we'll go to the first subject of the night. With all this new stuff coming out, and basically everything calling it vintage or retro, especially, I think, was it last year or the year before? 1 second, I will tell you. Doesn't have a date, but there you go. I remember going into WH Smith's, which is, we have a shop over here called WH Smith's, and I found the retro collecting guide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the talking about toy magazines and toy books with like Gizmo, Bill and Ted's, Rubik's Cube, Heroes Quest, Baz's Ponies, Turtles, Super Ted, Wrestling, Subbuteo, Sonic. Even it got Madonna on the front, Baz. Madonna with the small boobies. Can't say big ones.
She's not an action figure, is she?
No.
I was going to say, they tell me that they did make a Madonna action figure. That would be fucked up.
They did actually, didn't they? The blind, the what's it? Dick Tracy.
That's what I
know you can take the mask off. I don't know what she's looking underneath, but technically, Baz, it included music, games, but
yeah.
So technically, Baz, what would you call it these days? Because I can't get my head around it. Would you say it's more retro toys or vintage toys they're re-releasing?
I say it's more retro. As I mean, there's a lot of the old vintage lines are now getting redone, so they're now coming retro.
But how old is a retro, and how old would you say? What time span would you put on retro, and what time would you span on retro? Or is it basically down to the companies calling them that because they can't call it all the same?
The companies, because if you think, I mean, they've got the retro Mandalorian figures for Star Wars. They're not vintage, but then they've done the vintage versions in the retro style kind of thing. So they've just kind of kept it the same kind of thing.
So technically, it's both the same thing, isn't it? Retro vintage.
Yeah. But you think about it, man, they've done the retro Morphin Rangers that they're not the best looking.
Chunkies.
Yeah. They're not like the original flip heads. They're more chunky, more from they're out of proportion. Because just to kind of compare, there's the vintage Kimberly.
Woohoo! Sweet. Hubba, hubba, hubba.
And then you go Miss Universe version. You can tell the difference. And even like the flip is different. So you can kind of see the totally. That one doesn't even look like Kimberly when you can kind of see that.
Yeah.
But even that head doesn't even look right on that body.
It does. Come on, it's nostalgia.
I know it's nostalgia, but to me, it's still
retro vintage goodness.
I mean, I would never. I wouldn't go out and buy these. I only bought these because they were in clearance.
So basically, you went out and bought them.
I'd only buy them if they were in clearance. I wouldn't go out and spend 15 quid that they're wanting for them.
I think the only one I spent 15 quid on, Baz, was Ninja, because technically I wanted Ninja because the Bandai never released him as a 6-inch figure and he fits him perfectly.
See that one there, paid £12 for the entertainer. Yeah. And I know it's no Ninja, but it's the same mold apart from the head. It's just a different head sculpt.
Ninja Khan or something. You're saying
he's for the Ninja
Storm.
Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm. And the only reason I did that, Baz, because I needed to release the balls. We're talking about balls again, Baz. Balls.
He was one of the. He was a part of one of their weapon things.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Actually released. I don't even know if he actually made an appearance in the actual show.
No. Basically, Bandai didn't do little packs then. They just wanted to make more money by releasing Megazords. And they released that, and then virtually a reissued version of colour of another Megazord. The Lightning one. Peaky Weeky. Let's get Weeky. Peaky Weeky. Let's get Weeky.
That I would for the Ninja, I would pay the 15 quid for the Ninja because the Ninja does fit with the scale for the Lightning collection.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though it's not posable, it's still nice to put a part of the, especially when they bring out when they finish that wave.
Yes.
At least a Ninja of some sort.
Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go. Go Bowser, go Bowser. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dark Like an 81, me, Dave World Toys, and always retro vintage toys come first.
Then the other different versions of the between the Lightning Collection and what vintage I've got, and the only ones I've probably got is Goldar and
Gildar.
King Spinks.
Spinksy. So what year then, Baz, would you say vintage or retro now goes up to? Because I know we're talking like 90s toys now.
Well, some 90s toys will probably now get classed as vintage, will it not?
Would you say 2000 is now vintage?
I'll say the early 2000s.
Yeah. Up to 2000 tops. For example, would you say the Action Man Dr. X Green vintage or not vintage?
I don't actually know. I know you got Action Man that come out in the 90s, 96 or 97, and then it got revamped again in the 2000s.
Yo.
Oh, I'm jumping. Hang easy.
Sai!
Even Chris says that Ninjakin wasn't a part of the show.
Yeah.
It was just a toy exclusive. Connor.
Oh, Connor.
I don't know. They two must be talking again.
Jibber jabbing.
No, that's getting a bit hard for now to say is like, what would you class as vintage and what would you not class as vintage?
I would almost say 98, 99 is now pushing it because it's like 20. I'd say 98, which is then the 25 years old toys.
Mm-hmm.
I think 98 is probably the year getting into it. If I was taking a guess person myself. Guys in the chat, just say, give me a year in the year. What year would you say vintage? Please don't say 1981 because that's when Baz was born.
Hey, mate. Good morning, my friend.
Is that Mike the cat? Is that Mike the cat?
No, that's a Universal, Mike. That's a guy for Australia.
Well, hey, mate, how you doing? Are you up or down?
You asked for it, and the twat's from and put up.
Thank you, PK. Hope you're doing well and cool, dude. Keep safe.
No, that's kind of thing about it. It's one of those weird subjects. What would you class up to from in vintage? So Scuba Pete says up to 2000. Oh. Scuba's saying up to 2000.
So then, Baz.
I was trying to have a look, see what I do to compare what would. So just for example, I picked up a few of the Cyber Squad figures.
Yo.
Would you class them as vintage?
That was 98, so yeah. Yeah. Hey, Baz, does something completely different and random, like we always do.
Ooh. Is that Gourmety by any chance?
It is not, Baz. Any other guesses, Baz?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nope. It's actually, I can't remember his name, but it's is it Jack and Peter Pan series, the cartoon?
All right.
It's for that. It's one of the play sets from that. But I thought I've had it for ages, and I thought, you know, over there in his bits and pieces, and I thought I might do like an Aztec scene or something soon. You know, so.
Oh, Kimba, hello there. The condom I kept in my wallet for emergency use is now considered.
Ah, man.
My knees on feel vintage. Top of the chats. I heard this.
It's run 2000. Go Shabsy. Go Shabsy. So then, Baz, quick question for you then.
Me and Sai are smoking behind the bike shed, Shabby. That's where the cooking.
So, Baz, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about retro and vintage before we go on to our second subject of the night. That's the old version. That's the new version.
Mm-hmm.
Would you class them both as retro and vintage, or what would you do?
Well, you could say the new Alpha is kind of retro.
Because Alfie's 1984, the Alfie, so
Aye.
it's catch-22, and it's like, would you call it the retro vintage, or you know?
I'd probably say it's it's a retro figure, isn't it? It's not a figure that we kind of got back in the day, so I don't even know if we actually got proper Alf figures or figurines.
We got little figurines, like little plastic, like 2-inch figures, which will, and next subject will cover that lot quite deeply. So, but yeah, they actually did like, you know, like squeezy paw little figures. They squeeze and clip on. They did them. They did the 2-3-inch little figures. Like, I would have some for hand, but I can't remember where I put them. But that's, you know, that sort of stuff. You know,
So I came back in the day, man. I know back in the day, I know like certain shows and certain cartoons we never technically got a proper toy line. They were either like from in vinyl figures or something in that kind of scale that we wish now as an adults, man, we want proper action figures. It's like one of them, and I know is it Super 7 or it's Reaction? They've now bringing out the Willow figures.
Reaction.
I wish, like back in the day, that we got proper Willow action figures.
Not the little metal ones, the Tonka ones,
The little Tonka ones, man. Those were cool, but
it's quite weird, isn't it, Baz, when they release the figures in metal, but then the main monster is plastic, which is like, what the bleep?
See, that's the thing that kind of, to me, is kind of strange, is that why did they do the big monster? I mean, you could easily have done a 4-inch figure just to go with that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would have loved them if they'd done a 4-inch figure Willow set just to go with that monster.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dark Like an 81 and Dave World Toys.
Kind of on the subject with the Willow, even though those little figurines, man, they are kind of in scale with that monster.
Yeah.
As well, but it would have been nice just to have proper posable figures to go with.
Yeah. Well, technically, Baz, the other films you can think of at the top of my head, right, bits and pieces like screaming out for, like, I know they've finally done Labyrinth figures, but once again, 25 years too late. The Willow figures. Any other toy lines from movies you like to see back in the day?
I want to see Never Ending Story action figures.
Not the Mexican bootleg ones.
I would love to. I would love to own a Falcor action figure, or a Atreus, or the horse, or Atreus, or all that, man. Especially like the rock guy. I think that'd be a cool for man. A cool thing for your set. Especially like the snail. And he's right, and then the bat guy. I loved it for man. I love the bat guy.
Yeah. Technically, they did do them in Mexico.
I know they've done vinyl figures.
Yeah.
I've seen folks showing off the Falcor.
Yeah.
But can you imagine having like a proper 12-inch Falcor figure that was fully posable?
Well, you like your customs, Baz.
Yeah.
Someone's turned a He-Man figure, painted him all white, put a head on for like a dragon's head on, put the fluff on, and done a Falcon custom action figure for Falcor as a He-Man figure. It's one of our friends, Justice Curry, owns it in America, and he's like showing bits and pieces because he absolutely loves the film. I've seen like over here like books and like bits and pieces, but nothing like crazy. But there you go.
There's a few other movies or series that we probably had as kids that probably never had a proper toy line.
There's a few that stands out, but I know for a fact they've now done the figures, so you can't really say it's been done. It's just too late.
It's like a lot of folk say is that a lot of especially with the Dungeons and Dragons, even though they're cool figures, I know there is a lot of issues with the Hasbro ones, but I have heard a lot of folks saying is that it's 20 years too late kind of thing.
Yeah.
On some of them. But
technically, at least we got fully articulated figures now out for the cartoon series.
Yeah.
Basically, but then I've seen something like the new, the big owl that's fully posable for the new Dungeons and Dragons movie. That looks pretty cool.
I've seen because HMV, my local HMV, have got all the new movie stuff in.
Yeah.
And oh my god, man, some of them look really good, but because it's the new boxes, you can't tell what the condition of the actual figure is inside.
Yeah.
I know when you had the bubbles, man, you couldn't really tell if the joints were stiff or not. But I think because they're doing the cardboard boxes, there's more air getting into the actual figure, and it's with the different temperatures, it must be fusing them.
Yeah.
Fusing the joints.
Unless I think they're sometimes putting the figures in there painted and getting white hot, and then it's stiffening it in the box or the paint, where it's dried in the box from say A to B, from say China or Japan where they make them, all the way to like UK, America, where the paint's dried, it's stiff in the joints, and when you move, and he's like, pop goes the weasel. But there you go.
It's just like, man, I've got one of the Dungeon Dragon figures. Man, I've taken it out, I've checked mine's has not got any broken limbs or that, but you're feared to move the joints because the joints are arsed. I mean, my ones are tight on my figure, so I'm going to have to give them a hot bath just to come and loosen them off.
Technically, Baz, the only thing I'd say about that would say check the policy on figure companies at the moment, because I know certain figure companies, I've had a few friends who have issues at the moment, and I thought I'd bring it up for you. That if you order from certain places, because then you've opened the box, they're not open the whole. They're not. They send the figure back if they're broke. I know like Amazon, and I can name Amazon's pretty well. Like you can send it back because it's pretty decent. There's a few other companies that will do it, but certain third-party toy companies might not take the figures back.
Yeah.
So he's like, sorry, go to the manufacturer, go to this. I was like, luckily it wasn't.
The same as it broken figures. It's not because the figures has been broken inside the box. It's because you've tried to pose it, but it's not your fault, man. It's a QC thing. It's just at the minute they're not caring. They're just throwing all these new toy lines to us. And
yes, I want to go plastic through it. Honestly, Baz, I'd almost put if they're still doing the cardboard box way, put the cardboard box inside, Yes, it's not plastic. Use the old cable ties, like the old metal ones or the old plastic. You know, something. Just you know.
What did I do with that one?
Since we're halfway through the live stream, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to me, Dark Liking to left or right, me, Dave World Toys.
Well, there's an example, right? So got the Hasbro's now done these, but now in the full thingy boxes.
But they've still got a badge. They've still got a plastic window, so you can still see the figure at least.
But with the figure, right? And I don't know why they never. I know they come in because with that Dungeons and Dragons figure, it's not actually attached to the box.
It must be quality control issues, Baz, or QC issues for the company.
With the Fortnite figures, they come like this. So they could easily, Hasbro could easily do that with other lines.
Yeah.
Even though they come in the bags, but you can see how he's in the box. So he's not moving about.
This is a live unboxing from Baz Dark World Toys.
He's still got plastic stratum to keep him thingy in the box, but they could easily do something like this. With some of the figures, just to keep the figures in one piece.
Yeah.
That would cause a lot. It would stop a lot of heartache as well.
Yeah, understand.
On certain common toy lines. So they can do that with the Fortnite figures, and they're still doing that with the fully box figures as well.
Yeah.
For the Fortnite stuff. So why can they not do that with the new G.I. Joes, from Star Wars, you name it, instead of just putting into one of these and just shoving it in a fucking box?
Baz, send him an email. Well, since we're halfway through the stream, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't forget to join Stu, Universal Toy Collector, this Saturday at 3 p.m. UK time for his 24-hour live stream for Give the Kids the World a Chance. So I know he's busy tonight, so I thought I'd plug.
I know I've mentioned this packaging style before, but just to kind of show it's like if they can do it like that,
yeah.
Instead of when that you don't hear any rattling in that.
We might do in a minute if you chuck it.
Aye.
But it's still got the plastic in as well.
See, that's the only thing is that they've got the plastic straps around that, but with the Transformers.
No, it's got a plastic window. You can see his face in the box.
I know. But no, the newer ones.
Yeah.
They're fully boxed, but they still have the same insert.
Yeah. Like you say, Baz, why can't they, the same company, the same product, the same Hasbro. But there you go.
Well, you kind of go with that with the Marvel Legends, man. They still have like the insert, but the figures just put in a paper bag, basically, and put in a box.
Yeah.
So without getting moved about, that's how limbs get broken.
Sweet.
I've been kind of lucky that I've not had any issues with any of the new boxes of figures that I've picked up, that I've opened up and displayed. Kind of been lucky, but I know there is folk out there that have spent hundreds of pounds getting waves in, and then opening 3 or 4 of them up, and they're in bits.
Yeah. Technically, Baz, NECA and McFarlane was bound for doing that originally. You was tempted. You do want to open a NECA figure back in the day, and now it's like swings and roundabouts. You want to open NECA figure and really look over it, but it's like the Hasbro. You are afraid to open it because it's like, what's rattling? But hey ho. So then, Baz, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are on Stu Universal Toy Collectors this weekend. Sigh.
What's it? I was going to say Legends of the
Why is catching up with the comments?
I found some of my magazines and Woods Corner Mechanical. But there is a
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Scuba's in the chat. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We shabby. So, Baz, we got Scuba, Shabby, Scoob Shabs, Shabby Scoobs.
decide the place at Davis. It is Jake and the Pirates.
I know it's Jake and the Pirates or Jake and Neverland or something. There you go. Just in case you did miss the playset, there's the playset.
Shabby says it was a good stream on Sunday.
What the half and half guy from the other side of the pond?
Baz, Buzzy, Baz, Buzzer, Baz, Barry, Baz.
Buzz.
Try to say that hard. Try to say that quick 3 times.
Buzz. Well, the
way that Sai said it.
No chance. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am doing this Sunday night live stream from 9 p.m. my channel with a everything toy collector. He collects a bit of everything and anything, but I've called him the everything toy collector. And this time, I'm going to make this person use his vocal cords, his apple glantis, his mouth.
He's going to make this guy squeal for mercy.
Yes. I'm going to show you no mercy. That is Sunday night chat. This Sunday is a special guest, everything toy collector. Find out who.
Show something else off tonight, Dave.
No, technically, Baz, that's the next section. Right, you've got one type of minifigures, and I've got one type of minifigures. Do you want to see your minis or my minis first?
Let's see what your minis are.
Mine. Well, it's after 9 o'clock, and it's there you go.
I just didn't say too much. The chat might come and go a bit weird.
Sweet. Well, technically, I've been on about Baz about showing some of my Gormitty toys off. If you haven't seen the Gormitties, they are these little, like, different tribes and that sort of stuff. It's like 2005 onwards, like battle beasts and that sort of stuff. And basically, you can get all types of weird little creatures. You can get the forearms that, and bits and pieces. So, and I've always liked to show them off. So there's a bag one. Then I did the Pinky Girl tribe.
So have you actually sorted them into
all different colours, but I haven't sorted them into series yet, but it's like there's the green frost types or the green ones. Then you've got your, like Baz says, the talking ones. If you put them onto a base, you get them talking, which technically, Baz, there's one of the bases.
Oh, nice.
So there you go. There's bag number 4, 5. Then you've got the Fire Lava tribe.
Some of those ones are actually better sculpted, I think.
Oh, he's improved every single year, that sort of stuff. So then you've got the Dark tribe, I call them, which is always the bad series from the ones and bits and pieces. Mm-hmm. It's like, you've got the creatures and.
So I'm assuming for the Gormitties, then I'm sure it wasn't just fire and lava. There was actually another
fire, water, fire, earth, and wind, and then you got like the Dark tribe, which that's the main bad guy. But they do, with like weird little creatures, and there's the bad guys again. Then you've got the Dicky Bird series. You know, you got. I thought I probably need to still sort them out and that sort of stuff and
It's
bits and
kind of
pieces.
weird because, man, with the gourmet is, you kind of notice is that they slightly upscaled them over the years as well.
Yeah. Then it's like the new blue lava series with the hologram versions as well,
Aye.
or clear versions, Baz. All different blue ones, which I think is Water Tribe. Part 1, and then part 2 is that one. And some of them are clear. You got your normal swamp monster, and then you've got your then translucent ones and that sort of stuff. Water, part 2. Then you've got your Fire Tribe again, which is slightly different. And then one of the earlier ones, you got a bit of both. You got the big chunky ones, that sort of stuff. Then you've got Baz, just in case you wanted the rare ones, which always came with a playset. So I'll show you a playset in a minute. Your gold and silver ones. You know, they are slightly all different scales and that sort of stuff. And these came with play sets and, you know, oops. You like that one? Condor Man. There you go. Then you've got your one of your later series. And that sort of stuff. But then also, Baz, you've got your next stage up from that, your minifigures. You've got your 4-inch figure, like you do. You know, you got different incarnations, but then you've got, Baz, your 6-inch figure.
Oh, he's cool. I like him.
Then you've got, it's the same series, I think, or 2 different series. You got the Butterfly Lady Style 1 for one series, and then the upgraded her for another series. You got that sort of stuff. So that's the same figure, but do different series, like the Evolution, that sort of stuff. And then back to your Fire Tribe, you've got your multicolored orange version guy. And then you got the big tooth guy, which is slightly bigger. Once again, all different series. Then you got Mr. Forest.
Because I know they also done for those size figures, I know they also done ones with gimmicks on them as well.
There you go, Baz. The gimmicky one, which is an 8-inch one. I can't remember if that one opened up or something. Yeah. It all opens up so you can put the minifigure inside like a mech.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Still like bits and pieces. You can't move his legs because of the transformation. Then you've got, like in Power Rangers, they're like risk communicator or like Morpher with the cards. And that sort of stuff. Then you've got, like I said to you, just like different play sets for the figures. You put your mini, I would say lava dude on front, but you know, you got your little figure on front as well. Yeah. And they all open up to, you know, that sort of stuff. You know, then you've got your gimmicky figures, and there you go. So, Baz, my take in for this season for a minifigure, so since we're starting a new thing on a Thursday, it's like Gormiti. And just in case, Baz, you wanted to, my first ever custom figure, I just painted a Gormiti completely black. I never finished him up, but that's like the rock guy somewhere. It was similar to that guy, but 2 different series again.
Aye.
So, but yes, so technically, Baz, there's my mini take on minifigures called Gormiti. And just in case, Baz, you did ask, you know, this one does transform into like a creature. And then just to top it all off, they did do like vehicles as well, like cars.
I know they've done proper like
hot rods.
Creature.
So technically, Baz, that is my show off of minifigures for you this week. But technically, Baz, I do have another 3 or 4 big boxes full of Gormiti stuff as well. I just haven't, you know,
It's like with the Gourmetis, man. It's like if you see them, you just pick them up.
Yeah.
I've got a few as well, but I don't have. I think I've only got about 50. You've probably got about 10,000.
I know there's like 800 in the set, but no, almost 1,000. And that sort of stuff. It's, you know, it's harder to separate all the series and that sort of stuff and bits, and you know, when you got lavas or different. I know, like sometimes all the early series you got no paint on, and then you've got bits and pieces like that. So, and then you got like clear versions.
Yeah, you got a lot of translucent ones, especially in the. I think it was the water versions. There was a lot of translucent.
Yeah.
And then some translucents in the fire and the volcano.
Yeah.
And lava coming.
And then basically also, Baz, they did micro machines of these, which I've got as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the line's been going since 2005. Gush Perez, which is a Spanish-Italy company that did them. We did get them quite, thinking about over here, there's like big play sets. If I ever set it up again, I've got a big Volcano 6-inch mega play set for it and all sorts. So
you know they've done quite a few different, because they've done like it was like a Lego style play sets that they did as well, but I think it was something, was it click and play or
SnapX?
SnapX, that's it.
Which technically, Baz, you know, your Fortnite came with the SnapX like figure, the base clips together. It was series similar to that, and I think that was like, I've got quite a few bits and pieces for that set, and then also you've got a 1-inch figure to put on play sets and that sort of stuff. So, Baz, that is my take on minifigures for this week. If you want to show your minifigures, what you're gonna like show and tell. We just thought we'd show the show and tell section. There you go.
Well, my ones, this is like an in between Pokemon and Digimon. There was a series called Invisimals.
Say that 3 times fast when you're drunk.
Oh, fucking. So there's just one of them, and these are one of the bad guys. So all the majority of the bad guys were like robots that were kind of sent out to basically try and hunt these guys down. But they're all different types. I started picking these up a couple of years ago. I just thought they were kind of cool, weird looking.
Cool.
Because there's I can't remember all these guys' names, but I mean he's one of the main good guys.
It was based on like a card game, like Duel Masters and that sort of stuff, wasn't it? But yeah.
It was a weird. The cartoon itself was weird because all these like animals were all. I'm trying to find the. So he's the main character. That's Tiger Shark. So to a human eye, these were all invisibles. They had to wear like some sort of special equipment. It was like a wrist forming communicator thing but only certain folk with the ability could actually capture them and basically train them to be. It was basically like Pokemon / Digimon style kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then you got some like weird, like other creatures in that as well.
It looks like a Pokemon going wild.
Then you got like, there's more of the majority of the bad guys were like robots that were just sent out to hunt these down and capture them because they wanted to use their invisible power, their energy kind of thing. So you got kind of some weird characters. And these are, they're quite a decent size for a minifig.
Yeah.
Like
the paint is pretty well as well, Baz, perfectly honest. The paint's pretty decent on them.
It's the same with this. I don't have any of the 4-inch figures or the 6-inch figures, but they did do standard 4-inch figures, and then the 6-inch figures were all gimmicked. Because Tiger Shark, if you clicked his tail and pressed the button, it'd basically light up to say that he was using his power kind of thing, his energy. And this was he was one of the robots as well, but he was one of the good guys. The majority of the bad guys have all got like a tattoo on them. But like when I say they're like kind of between Pokemon as well, because you can kind of, if somebody was to find that, they would assume that a lot of folk would either say that was a Pokemon or a Digimon kind of thing. It's like you got weird characters like this. I do have another one of those main characters. It's probably one of the better videos that I've actually got on TikTok. Because I think these things have hit nearly like 3,000 views. He's one of the other bad guys. Like I've seen without them, I've got like a skull and I think it's meant to be like a skull and crossbones style on their heads.
Yeah. Baz, do you remember the toy company that made them?
I think it's the same as the I like to say it's the same as the ones that you've got, the Gourmettis, but I can't remember.
It's by a toy company called IMC Toys. IMC Toys. IMC.
There's Kung Fu Panda. There's another bad guy. As you can see, all the bad guys all had like a skull and crossbone style.
I like that one.
I quite like this one, man. Mr. Jukebox, I used to cry him. And you got like weird. There's a lot of weird fucking characters. I mean, I don't think I've got a full set here, but I have quite a few.
I don't know if it's 24 Baz or 36 little figures.
So they're all kind of weird creatures. Like I like this guy for the bad guys.
Yeah.
And then you got. I know. I mean, this guy's cried the Kraken. I know that. Then you got like dragons and weird. There's one of the other main good guys.
Yeah.
I think I've got 3 of the main good guys. I like this hyena guy as well. I mean, he's quite cool.
Cool. Nope.
There's one that was like cowboy robot. As I was saying, it's meant to be like some sort of skull and crossbones, but it's like robot head. They're just weird looking.
Jesus Christ.
As we know, we like weird stuff, Davey.
Yep.
There's Ooga Boogie.
I like him, I do.
I quite like that guy as well.
Yeah. He's one of the main bad guys, Baz.
And
Pokemon.
And then here's the last one that I've got.
Sweet.
I quite like them, right? I come across one at a boot sale, and then that kind of intrigued me, so I ended up into kind of find some more. So I quite liked them.
They actually came out, Baz, in not B&M, Home Bargains, a long time ago.
I think that's where I got majority of them famous Home Bargains, actually. I only had like two. I only found 2 or 3 at a boot sale, and then I quite like to look at them. So I ended up going online to find them, and I noticed that was Sunday mentioned B&M's Home Bargains has got them in, because Home Bargains did have they were selling the figure packs, but I never bought. I wished I bought a couple, especially the Tiger Shark and that.
Yeah.
Never.
Just take nothing away from Baz's complete thunder of his minifigures this week, or his bits and pieces. I just thought Baz did mention the 6-inch figures, basically 6-inch figures, and basically the gimmick is you squeeze his like does a clamp.
But some of them light up as well, Dave. There's a light up version of him as well.
This is a light up one, but there's no batteries in. Or basically,
I think his fins on his back. It looks like they start flashing like he's
this one and this they only did 2 Ultimate Deluxe ones, Mega Deluxe they called them, and there's the blue guy.
They only done the snowman. He was one of the snow creatures.
So technically, Baz, there's the 2 deluxe figures, lights and sounds they did, and they also did like a 4-inch range, like you said. I couldn't come past them quick.
I think the 4-inch versions they only did like the 3. I think there was 4. They done the 4 main.
They did these 2. They did the horse or flying beast the kid drives on, which that's the kid in the series.
Aye.
They did him as the deluxe set.
Yeah, I think I've actually got him and the dragon that you're just talking about.
Yeah,
he
sits on the back and that sort of stuff. But that's the Ultimate Deluxe figures. They did the 4-inch figures as well, and Baz's line was called Invisible. And they also did like card game as well. It's also based off a PlayStation game as well, because technically it's got a PlayStation logo on the back, Baz.
Really weird characters. That is no way to talk about the Hey, Brian.
Right.
How is everybody on this fine snowing evening?
Sneezy. Well, I've showed like 10 minutes ago, Mrs. Off. Baz showed Invisibles off. We'll try a new subject every week, and Baz can think of one for next Thursday. Oh, we're not doing the live stream next Thursday, is it, Baz? Because we both got something on next week.
Next Thursday, I'll not be back on for at least a week.
So technically, guys, we won't be on next Thursday because Baz has got something on. I've got something on as well next Thursday. Don't forget to join me on a Sunday night live toy chat this weekend with Everything Toy Collector. The following weekend, I have got The Collector on. He asked me to call it The Collector. So that's quite a special one for that 19th as well. Don't forget you can join me and Baz twice more this weekend, or at least once more this weekend, on Stu's Universal Toy Collector, which is Universal Toy Collector.
A few similar, I can't even talk now. For film, bloody hell.
Prior engagements.
Yes.
So yes, don't forget we are on Universal Toy Collector from 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, all the way till 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Me and Baz have got a spot from 1 till 2:30 on the Sunday afternoon. At the moment, we're trying to work out a few bits. We might do like a Power Rangers versus Voltron section, Baz. What do you think?
You need to do the Voltron because I don't have any Voltron.
Perfect. I'll do the Voltron. You do the Power Ranger stuff. We'll go back.
The only Voltron thing I've got is Voltron itself, but that's the new. That was the new version. The new version that they did.
Perfect. So then, Baz, on this Sunday, we'll get a 20-minute spotting show off the Voltron versus Power Ranger section. Just to let you know, if you just didn't take Sentai in, Voltron is older than Power Rangers, but not Sentai itself.
How about with the Voltron? Was there not two different teams of Voltron?
Well, they did 3 teams, but technically it was always Voltron, a cartoon series, and bits and pieces with 5 cats, and that's it.
Like the Voltron I always know is always the Lions.
Yeah, that's it.
And they've done the machine, like a machine version as well.
Then Voltron Force Go, and then Netflix has got this 8 series of Voltron as we know it right now. There's also a Voltron convention, which I'll explain that all. Possibly it'll either be Sunday afternoon or maybe Sunday evening. It all depends on the collector himself. We'll see how it goes. So that's what I've got, And then basically on Monday to Friday, I'm still doing my 2 videos a day, but I'm going to take a page out of Baz's book. I'm going to do like a Power Ranger week.
Ooh.
With the 12 inches, that's what the lady said next door to the lady last night. The Funko Pops, which everyone hates and loves, and also UK exclusive 3-inch figures, which will be on my channel next week. Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday. In short videos. So I'm not doing a long and short. And tomorrow we've got a classic game from 1983, Baz. Can you remember Action GT games?
Mm-hmm.
Any idea what I'm talking about?
I think so. Vikings
versus Romans? Or crossbows and catapults?
Jesus Christ, man, that's an old game.
1983, Baz. That's tomorrow's videos on my channel with a few bits on that.
I was only 2-year-old when that came out then.
1983, Baz. And it's the original ball, it's the original game with all the pieces. You get straight off the short.
As old as me.
Yep. So I used to play with that quite a lot because it's like amazing little games. So there you go. That's what's on tomorrow's channel for me, with a couple of short videos, and then basically I built an old Aliens diorama. That's coming out in a short video and bits and pieces. There's my plug for the next week or so. So, and then the week after, there might be a few more live streams from moi. I'm not saying why, because Baz will start singing, because I know Baz can't sing.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So you need to keep an eye on that. Also on Universal Toy Collecting, if I get this room done, which is very unlikely at the moment, I might do a new revamped toy room tour.
Ooh.
If I get it done at the moment, it's like no chance.
I'll just do a Dave and go, ooh.
We need Mike the Cat to do his special effects, don't we?
Aye.
Meow.
Meow.
So technically, that's what's coming up on my channel for the next week and 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we're going to be kind of busy over the weekend.
All we're going to say, good luck, Stu, for the weekend. You know, hope it all goes well. Hope he doesn't have any glitches. Like last week we had the glitch. This week we didn't have a glitch, Bass.
That's because we done all the checks before we went live.
I know. So then, Baz, the $1 trillion question: are you now getting more into Invisimals or more into Gourmetting?
I don't know. I mean, I do like the Gourmeties because to me, Gourmeties always remind me of an up-to-date version of Battle Beasts.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Gourmeties. It's because there's like what 8 different series or something.
And the rest.
Harder to get back into.
Yeah.
I just like the Invisimals, man. I've had those for a few years now. I just kind of like some of the characters. Some of the characters just look weird.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of Digimon plus Pokemon. It was kind of like they just kind of mixed the two together, and must have been somebody sitting in an office smoking some weird crack and saying, "Yeah, okay, let's come up with this."
Technically, Baz, I think it's the card game era when the Yu-Gi-Oh started it, or Pokemon started it. Then Yu-Gi-Oh came in, then the monsters came out with it, and you got the monsters like in your collection behind. Then they did Duel Masters, like you've seen. I've shown a few Duel Masters itself. Invisibles is exactly the same thing. It's a kid going around with a card game. And then I said they've done the 6-inch deluxe, the 4-inch, the deluxe set with a figure and a vehicle. They've done the card game itself. They also did, for the little figures you got there, Baz, the 2 play sets, including gold figures for that as well. For exactly the same as Gourmet.
They've done a pyramid one for one of the main good guys.
Yeah, the Egyptian guy.
The Egyptian guy.
And then the other one's like a rocky, fiery mountain for the bad guys. So, you know.
It's like I say, majority of the bad guys, if I can remember correctly, majority of the bad guys were all like robots. Mad scientists wants the visible energy to take over the world kind of thing, and he sends out the robots to do his dirty work.
Yeah. Talking about weird cartoons and weird stuff and bits and pieces, if I can remember rightly, it's a Korean cartoon, which is Megazord, like robots and that sort of stuff, but turns into animals. But that's the final Megazord for it.
All right.
I've had it a long time. I just, when you forgot to transform it for ages, I was like, which way? How did it go now?
I think is that the one that's like they're animals and then the morph into like some sort of superheroes, like Power Rangers kind of style thing.
It's similar. It's called like an egg series, egg something in Korea. No one could actually translate it, but I was like tidying up, and I'm going through all my weirdly robot-y type and bits and pieces, and basically it's got like a big ass, and then basically the rest of the stuff makes up a big ass shield.
Jesus Christ, man.
But there you go. Still got the Power Ranger vibes, which always transform and that sort of stuff.
Before we go, a show about robots, that's Transformers from Asia, Dave. That's like 90% of their output.
And then basically another similar to Power Rangers again, Baz, but another Korean Sentai Tokusatsu, like I said. Tokusatsu last week. Like more roboties and that sort of stuff, which all combine into a big one as well.
There is a Korean series I've been watching, and it's, to me, it's like Zoids and Dino Riders kind of combined.
Yes.
I think it was Armosaurus, or I think it's cried. I've managed to find the dub version, so it's quite a good series, like.
And then basically, Baz, there is a series on Netflix before we finish up and round up and do our outro.
I'm thinking about that I mentioned.
Yeah. Another series called Mini Force.
That's the one I was thinking about. They're like, I think, was it the Cats or something?
Yeah. That's like a later series in Mini Force. They did like robots that transformed into a Jaguar cheetah car and that sort of stuff.
It was weird. I think they ran out of ideas, to be honest.
Yeah. But there you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are now coming up to the 10 o'clock line, where I know for a fact I've got a few things on tomorrow, and Baz said we'll go for an hour and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can find me at daveworldtoys at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Daily uploads. I am almost up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm 954 subs.
Nice.
I'm just over 500,000 views. So thank you so much for that. Bazatron, thanks again for an amazing Thursday night for your invisible section tonight. And also talking about retro toys and retro and vintage toys with Toy Magazine itself. There you go. Don't forget to join us this weekend on Stu Universal Toy Collectors, just in case you don't know. Also, don't forget my live stream, 9 o'clock this Sunday evening. There may be a special guest called Everything Toy Collector, I've called him. We just need to find out who he is, and I'm going to, trust me, he's going to use his vocal cords. Yeah, I'm going to make him croak.
We did mention Stu's from in stream quite a few times, isn't it? Just Connor was just double checking to make sure we got it out there.
Yeah. So technically, Baz, in the next 76 hours, we will see us maybe once or twice more. So not once, not twice, but 3 times is lucky for some people, bad for some. So, Connor for Connor Media. Yeah.
I'm not saying a word.
Sweet. I'm still going to make you sing and dance, boy. So, Baz, come on. Where can we find the good old Dark Lycan 81, which is 81?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I did have a Facebook, but I don't use Facebook that often, so...
No, just saying hello.
I've kind of stayed away from Facebook recently.
I only do just to catch up with a bit of information and bits and pieces.
Italy Stu needs a 30-foot table for that live stream.
We might go 64-foot, might we, Baz? We just need to wait and see. You need to join us. Well, me and Baz are definitely on at Stu's channel on 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon. You just need to join us to see what you might see. You might just see 2 room tours, maybe 1. We don't know.
We just have to wait and see.
Yep. We're not going to give anything away, but next Thursday, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are not on next Thursday because Baz has got something on and I've got something on. But the week after, Baz will appear on my channel the week after, because I might be doing a few special things the week after on mine, starting from the 19th of March.
Ooh.
So you need to tune in and find out why near the time. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us for this live stream. I have sang, I have danced, I have shown toys, I've made Baz laugh. We said 3 times, shabba, shabba, shabba. Shabba, 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 chameleon. So, Baz, thanks again for another Thursday evening.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to join us every Thursday, except for next week. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. The final word goes to the Bazatron before he loses his voice.
Good evening and goodbye. Catch you all later.